Happy Friday the 12th, 2023. I usually don't turn the camera on this early. I get through town and then I kind of get out to the countryside and turn it on. But man, today is the last day for seniors at the high school here today, and it's kind of a train wreck. I mean, people are just flying around. It's more so than usual. It's a little wild and crazy. I see a bunch of kids walking around. Yeah, it's their last day. Going to the coffee shop. Some people, I don't know why they wear what they wear, but that's why I turn the camera on. I'm just like, it's fresh in my memory, and it's just like right there. I mean, the tightest freaking shorts, white shirt, like a wife beater, and I mean, just tight as can be. It should be 2 sizes bigger. I'm not sure why some people think that's attractive. It's really not. Ladies, when we can see your bulges, it's just not attractive. Trust me. I always say 1 size bigger. Just 1 size bigger. In this case, it's like, just 2 sizes bigger. Man, oh man. She's already put on the freshman 15. She's not even in college. More like the freshman 50. All right. It is Friday. That means it's happy hour today at 4 p.m. Central Time on Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. About ran out of air there. Jeez. Take a breath, Westwood. Use the diaphragm. Remember the acting days. Speak from down here, sing from down here. All right, so happy hour today. It's Friday. You gotta love it. And yeah, if you don't watch happy hour, you need to watch happy hour. It's 4 p.m. Central Time. Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. It is simulcast here on this channel, so you can always watch it. Sometimes it gets taken down on her channel, but not on my channel. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Selective enforcement, I guess. But the chat goes on. The live chat's where you want to be. That's where the community comes together. Everybody gets together on Friday. We're having our happy hour. It's kind of like a virtual meetup, and a lot of chat going on. That's pretty cool. Not so much on my channel because I try and push everybody to that channel. However, if you want to watch the video later, you can watch it on this channel. All right. We've got in Peoria, Illinois today, we've got Ron DeSantis is coming to Peoria to give a speech, and Governor JB Pritzker of Chicago, well, he's the governor of Illinois, Chicago, even though the capital's in Springfield, but Chicago's the capital. He's already saying, oh, DeSantis bad, he's against rights of this and rights of that. But the funny thing is, in the press, and you can probably see this if you go to pjstar.com, PeoriaJournalStar.com. I think that's where I read the write-up, that there are going to be protesters, because they protest Ron DeSantis' policies, and he's going to give a speech on how the Florida blueprint can work in Illinois. So that's why the governor's all upset, because it's, totally opposite of what they want to do here. And how DeSantis is not for LGBTQ XYZ plus minus divided by multiplied by rights, and it's a big deal. Oh, he's not for women's choice rights and all that stuff. All the agendas that the blue state governor is for. So he's calling DeSantis out. So DeSantis is coming into enemy territory. Not so much down here in downstate in the Peoria area. It really isn't. We've got a Republican representative for our district at the U.S. level, in the House of Representatives. So it's really, Chicago's an anomaly. It really is. Most of downstate, especially where they're saying DeSantis is going to be, is pretty conservative. It really is. We got a lot of farmers. We got a lot of people who are rural. Peoria's only 100,000 people. It's not a big city. So anyway, there's going to be protests, and I read it in the Peoria Journal-Star, I think is where it was. So the local leader of I think it's called Peoria Pride, the LGBTQ, whatever, is they're gonna have a protest DeSantis. Well, the hilarious thing about it is, it said, we expect about 200 people to show up. It's gonna be at 2 p.m. at the Peoria Civic Center and City Hall, weather permitting. I mean, and it is rain. There is a chance of rain all day today. It's sprinkling right now. But it's like, weather permitting, we're going to protest for our rights, women's rights, and how DeSantis, we're going to protest how he's destroying us and wants to kill us all, weather permitting. I I mean, these fair weather protesters, unbelievable. I mean, if you really believed in something, don't you think you'd be out there, you know, standing up no matter what the Postal Service can deliver mail when it rains, snows, sleets, whatever. But, you know, if you're defending your rights to choose your gender and kill babies, then, yeah, not so much. Not a big deal, you know, weather permitting. Oh, man, that thing got cut up. Nice. Huh. All right. So anyway, that's what's going on today. I know someone who might be working at that event. You know, maybe I'll get some inside scoop. Actually, do know somebody who's working at that event. It's sold out. I don't know how much it was a ticket, but it's kind of a big deal. So anyway, I'm not going because at the time that it's happening, I'll be live on Happy Hour. Good times, good times. I mean, the whole border situation right now, we've got, I mean, we've been preparing for this, and yes, we're prepared. And I mean, even the leftist news is questioning what this plan, so-called plan is of to control the border. And it's just, there is no plan. And oh, we've turned back 1.4 million. Meanwhile, we've let in 3 million. And it's just, and the trafficking that goes on. I mean, it's an invasion. I think Ted Cruz just said it. It's an outright invasion. That's what it is. That's what's happening right now. We've got no leadership at the top. If a state tries to put up their own fence, the federal government says, no, take it down. Take it down. Let them in. Because you got to think, somebody's making money on this, right? Somebody's making money on the stuff that comes through here. And we've had an epidemic, a real epidemic of this, the drugs that are coming into this country. I mean, it's bad. It's just not good. Your lives are being destroyed. It's just this open border it's an open gaping wound in this country. I mean, it really is. So anyway, see how all that unfolds. I was thinking about the New York thing, what happened in the subway. The guy got choked out. And, you know, anytime somebody dies, it's tragic. I mean, it really is. No matter how bad the person is, anytime a life is extinguished here on Earth, I mean, it's just, you know, there's always hope that someone can do better in what time they have left here, and hope that they will turn things around. Sometimes they don't. But once that body is extinguished, you know, then you can't really do anything else. You got to come back another time. It might be 1,000 years from now. I don't know. You might not get another opportunity for a while to correct your karmic discord. All right. What was that? It's like Pepe Frog coming out. It's like Pepe. Got a Pepe in my throat. It's a sign. Had a dream. Bye, Pepe. Pepe. But you know, that whole situation on the subway in New York is just, it's just rough. I mean, that's a tough situation because I think there were 5 911 calls about the guy prior to, you know, this former military man, you know, choking him down. And I mean, I get it. He's probably trying to choke him down to subdue him, you know. The alternative is, you know, you go Bernie Getz on him and shoot him and kill him. Remember Bernard Getz? Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of thing. I mean, when people, again, I shouldn't have taken that off. It's dinging. But see, you can ban guns. That's another issue. You can ban the guns, but then you get choked out. There's always a way. But that whole thing, and now the guy that choked him out, I mean, he killed him. You know, so you would think that maybe he would have gotten to the point to where he would have passed out, and, you know, then, okay, wait for the police to come and haul him away. Apparently, there have been been in trouble with the law 40 other times, and they want to paint it as, oh, he was a Michael Jackson performer, and oh, he didn't deserve to die. Well, I mean, was there a Clint Eastwood movie that deserves got nothing to do with it? Might have been Unforgiven. I'm not 100% sure what movie that was. But it's tragic. I mean, the guy needed help. His mom was murdered, and, you know, he's going through all this, you know, psychological stuff and having issues, and he's just not functioning correctly in society. You know, he's got mental problems. And now the big push is, we need more mental education, need more mental this, mental that. And it's like, I take it back to the school systems. We never used to have the classes to where, I don't know what they call them now, RTI. That's really not the right thing, but special ed. We never really had those classes. Once in a while, you'd have a student that had, they obviously, they had problems, and they had to, go to a special ed class, or they had a special ed teacher. Now it's like 25% of the students. I mean, special ed, that's like the field. If you're going into teaching, hey, yeah, go into special ed, you'll get a job, no problem. All teaching at this point. Nobody wants to teach anymore. And I'm a teacher. I'm still certified. I don't want to teach. Not in the classrooms the way they are now. Not with the administration and how weak they are now. I grew up in a different time. I was scared of my principal. Feared my principal. My father went to the same school, had the same principal. Was afraid of the principal. All he had to do was look at you. And, it's not just that. I've seen him do what he needs to do. Very alpha male, butt kicking, but he's a really nice guy. When you're not screwing around. But don't want to mess with him. And so problems got solved immediately. And you did not do the same thing again. You learned really quickly. But back then, and when I was growing up in school, once in a while you'd have a student that was obviously called them special needs. At the time, a lot of times we'd call them retarded because, that's what we said then. Retarded, literally retarded. The brain in some facet is retarded. That's what it is. See a lot of retarded people now. A lot more than I saw then. In positions of power. It's all fake power. You just don't give them the energy. They're vampires. They're retarded vampires. That's what they are. You don't give them the energy. Why would you give a retarded vampire energy? Their brain's retarded. Can't do what it needs to do. Why are you giving them energy? Anyway. So you would see a lot of the special ed classes now to where so many people, so many kids, they've got issues, serious issues to where they can't function. And they're acting up in class and jittering and, and they've got all the, twitches and they can't pay attention, ADHD, this and that, whatever acronym that it is, it's a world of acronyms. It's all we're in now. LGBTQ, ADHD, and everything's got to be identified and classified. Oh my God. And so you've got all these people that are mentally ill, all these people that are psychologically traumatized, all these people that they can't function in society anymore. You got this guy that gets choked out because he can't function in society anymore. But when you threaten people who are just trying to live their lives, who are just trying to get through the day and be left alone, I don't know what is going on with this camera, just trying to be left alone, this is the kind of thing that happens. Because I feel bad that you're mentally ill. I feel bad that you can't function in society. I feel horrible that you are who you are. And but everybody else here is being threatened by you. So something has to be done. And, the alternative is, you get shot. But instead it's like, listen, I'm going to choke the guy out. I'm going to take him down, pass out, and that'll be it. Well, apparently it went too far. And what's that line, where it's like, oh crap. I'm sure the guy feels bad for killing him. But my God, if it would not have happened, cause and effect. It would not have happened if you weren't doing what you were doing and you didn't have 5 911 calls, prior to that point. I guess my whole point in this is the system has created a bunch of mentally ill people. And unfortunately, we're put in positions to have to deal with that now. It is a completely corrupt, a completely vampired system. Look at the border. Look at everything that's happening right now. Everything's fine as it burns to the ground. No worries. The banks are all collapsing. Worse than 2008 already. Everything's fine. Hordes of people coming in, drugs flowing in, human trafficking everywhere, arms, coming into the country, illegal this, illegal that. Everything's fine. This is the best economy ever. We're building back better after we burn it to the ground. That's what's happening. Let's make everybody feel like they can imagine what they want to be and just become it. It's like you're living in the metaverse. Hey, you want to be this gender? You want to be this animal? You want to be this furry? Yeah, good, and we'll respect that. We'll make a new bathroom for you. We'll put a furry bathroom sign on the, put a dog door on the bathrooms now, or a cat door for all the furries. And what's that cat's name? Just ask Trump. That lady, okay, I don't want to get into this too much, but that lady sounded like Nancy Pelosi, the one that sued Trump for abuse in a dressing room, closet, whatever it is. Sounded like Nancy Pelosi if you listen to her. She had an interview. If you just listen, it sounds like Nancy Pelosi. And then I opened my eyes, you know, as I was listening. I'm like, it does sound like Nancy Pelosi. Then I look at her, and I'm like, she's back crazy. I mean, you can tell when another one, I mean, just nuts. But that's it. You know, people aren't living in reality anymore, and especially with the screens, and, you know, you get iPads and tablets and phones, and everybody thinks they're important. Everybody thinks that, oh my God, everybody wants to hear what I'm saying as I'm making a video, you know, so I'm putting it out there so people can listen to me. Everybody thinks, you know, I'm important. Everybody, you see, the thing is, I don't care. You don't like me? That's fine. Don't watch. You like me? Go ahead and watch. I'm just ranting. I'd have this off and I'd be ranting, saying the same thing. Saying the same things, talking to myself. I just got to interact with the universe. I got to get it out there in the universe. It's cathartic. You know, I'm not going to a guy in a box, you know, that likes little boys and confessing my sins. No, I'm going to confess it to the universe, proclaim it. And you just happen to be here for the ride in the DigiBug. But everybody's so self-important. Everybody, oh, you know, it's a big event. Everything I do, you know, I got to put out on social media. Oh, you know, and everybody feels so important. And then when somebody dislikes it, they're ready to commit suicide. I mean, and it's just this. I mean, we're really living in insane times, and the system creates insane times. It's kind of madness. I mean, it really is. That's why I think it's so important to kind of get back to nature. That's why I think it's so important to get around people who are grounded, people who understand. Listen, I still remember what it used to be like. I wasn't born into this age to where this is all I've ever known. I mean, we've got those of us who have kind of been around and seen the transition into this digital world. It's important to kind of realize, stay grounded. And there's a reason why they say stay grounded, the ground, you know, the earth. It's important to be a part of that. So I think we need to stay grounded and maintain that humanity going forward into this digital age, instead of becoming some avatar, you know, who just lives in the virtual world. And so come to a meetup is basically what I'm saying. Get around real people. Get around nature. I mean, don't get so wrapped up into this, you know, this whole fake idea that they put in front of us, this fake world, because it is all an illusion. You know that. The money's an illusion. Everything's an illusion. You know, the crisis, you know, the crises that they create, they're illusions. You just got to know what's real, and you got to stick with what's real. And ultimately, that's why I say you just got to trust yourself. You know what's real. Step back. It's raining. It's real. It's probably got God knows what in it because they've been spraying yesterday. Don't drink the water from the sky. Filter it first. So, I don't know. I'll ramble more on happy hour. I got to go. But it's Friday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Trust yourselves. All this craziness. It's just all craziness. It's all nuts. Mad world. It's a mad world. Yeah, I'll sing that on happy hour and I'll get banned. Even though I can't sing. All right, love you all. Have a happy Friday. Hope to see you on happy hour at 4 p.m. Central Time. Trust yourselves. Really trust yourselves. Quit listening to the noise. You know what's true in here. All right, love you all. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching.